Fishing is dangerous. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows the minute you leave the gaps, you're putting your life in the hands of other people and yourself and weather and fate. Any number of guys I've talked to who have lost crew members at sea, and years later they're still struggling to come to terms with that.
The main priority, which fishermen normally spend their money on towards the end of the year, getting the boats ready before the season starts again. They need the boat and the gear to earn money, and safety is often overlooked.
There's a lot of regulation for fishing vessels, but as incidents occur, these may well change and further regulations be put on.
There's a whole range of different things you could look at investing in your boat to improve health and safety, but there's two clear categories. First one being personal safety equipment, so things like life jackets, personal locator beacons, radios. Secondly is onboard modernisation, so modernising the structure of the vessel or the layout of the vessel to improve the health and safety for people operating, but also to improve working conditions and crew comfort.
The MCA is absolutely passionate about improving safety on fishing vessels. It's the key aim of what we do. Those key areas that we'd really support in improving in a voluntary fashion would be life-saving apparatus, life raft provision. We'd look at anything that would do to improve the man overboard situation, getting somebody back on board the vessel.
I'm a fisherman from Hale. I work on the fishing boat, the Jazzy Sea, with a crew of 3, including myself. We fish on the north coast from next to St Ives. It's a tidal port with surf, and when the wind's in a northerly direction, it can be a very formidable place to get in and out of. Through grant funding, myself, the crew and the boat have received 80% on life rafts, personal PPE kit, personal EPIRBs, knives, boots, gloves, everything we need to go to sea.
Handline fish for pollock and bass and mackerel. Had new safety railings, a new life raft. I've got a flotation suit and a flotation jacket. It makes it a lot safer.
This whole area here to the side is a big net pound. As nets come on board, they go through the hauler, up into the net stacker. Net stacker's eligible for grant funding, straight into the pound, into a net bin, stows it away really safely. You have a big net bin here behind me, got lighting on top of the wheelhouse shining down onto the deck. Again, that's all straightforward for grant funding. And then you've got the wheelhouse itself. If you haven't got a wheelhouse, you could add a wheelhouse to your vessel. Again, that's improving safety, working conditions. And if you do have a wheelhouse already, you could actually modernise the wheelhouse.
The other thing that is not mandatory for a large number of under 15 metre fishing vessels at the moment is stability. So if we can look at ways that might assist in giving more information to fishermen about their vessels, then that I'm sure would be very beneficial.
The funding we see for the safety equipment not only makes the crew feel safer, but the families at home.
For families, the loss of a loved one, particularly at sea when a body's lost, is the most traumatic thing. And I've heard lots of fishermen say, I won't learn a PFD because if I go over the side I want to die quickly. And that's a very selfish point of view to take, because the loss of somebody at sea and not being able to recover the body creates huge financial problems for the family going forward, because there is no death certificate, therefore bank accounts are frozen, life insurances are frozen, and it causes problems that echoes down through the years for families and pitches them into real financial issues.
The European Maritime and Fisheries Fund is still open for applications from fishermen of any size vessel that wish to improve their health and safety.
There's support out there for you to do it, and you're getting 80% of the equipment that can save your life and make sure you come home to your family for free.
So I would grab it while you can, and get your boat made safer. I could recommend it.